second off the track record, kid.
Well, I'll do even better if I ever get it out a second.
You know, we can't lose on Saturday. We're going to do really great.
I sincerely hope so. We've spent a lot of time and money on this machine.
How does the new ignition system strike?
Fine. Force clean. Give us another 400 reps. Why don't you try it yourself?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Reverse is back here.
But... Oh!
Tried to kill me. Tried to run me down in the pits.
You're kidding.
Listen to this. That was to show you how easy it is. Enjoy what's left of your life. It ends before Saturday.
I'd like to lower the gear ratio a little.
Yeah. All right.
I'll tell you what, it's early. I'm going to stick around for a while and give you a hand to iron.
Righto, and I'll join you later when I put it on the ramp.
I'm going to hang around and be your bodyguard.
Oh, Daniel, I don't think they're playing more games today.
That was no game. They tried to kill you.
Yes, well, they won't get another chance, because as soon as I finish here, I'm going back to the apartment, see the closing prices on television, and go to bed.
I'm going to prowl around myself and see if I can turn up something. You just don't worry about a thing.
You know your problem, Daniel.
What is it?
You think you're Sherlock.
I am Sherlock. Dum-dum. See you later. I'll move in a minute. Just... Hi. I'm Danny Wilde. Live at 49 Grosvenor Square, right in the middle of London. Apartment 5B. You're following me. I thought maybe you'd stop by for a drink.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, will you please leave me alone?
Of course. Your wish is my command. Goodbye. Oh, yeah, was it?
Go on with this. One of us is going to get hurt. And I've got a nasty feeling it's going to be me.
You have been already. Your nose is running.
Thanks.
Right, who are you?
Morley Linden. I say, old darling, do you think I could have a drink? I could do one after all that.
Yes, old darling.
I'm all out of cooking, Sherry. Would you settle for a Napoleon brandy?
Fine, thanks. Incidentally, I didn't make a sound when I came up behind you, and yet I felt that you knew I was there.
Cheap aftershave. They don't remove enough of the alcohol. I'm still getting terrible whiffs.
Thanks.
All right, why?
About the beating up. Or at least that's what it was supposed to be. But it was nothing personal. It was just a job of work.
For whom, old boy?
I haven't the faintest. I got a note in the mail with instructions to work you over. I was to hurt you badly, to break your arm or something like that, not kill. They were very specific about that.
That's nice. How much were you paid?
£10.
£10? That accounts for your aftershave. You work cheaply.
Well, look, old darling, the fact is I'm not very good.
You can say that again.
As a matter of fact, the only thing that I can do superbly well is fail. Think I could have another tot?
Oh, forgive my manners. What am I thinking of?
Thanks. The note also said that there would be another tenner for me when the job was done. But I don't suppose I shall get that now. 50. 50?
How would you like to make £50?
My dear chap, for £50, I'd break my own arm and smile while I was doing it.
Well, 25 now, 25 when you deliver. I want to know who is employing you.
And consider the job done. Give me a couple of hours and I'll ferry it round and I'll be back to you.
Oh, don't dawdle. Oh, and would you put the fuse back on the way downstairs? And remember in future, when you wish to black out an apartment, you remove all the fuses or else throw the master switch.
I never have been very handy about the house.
Come on, Jerry. That's the way. There you go. Come on, man. Now, I want you to tell my buddy on the phone what you just told me, okay?
Yeah.
Come on, over here. Sit right down. There you go. Yeah. Do you mind sitting up for a minute while I dial this number, please?
Brett Sinclair. Daniel? Do you know what time it is?
I know it's late, but I think I'm really on to something. Wait, will you sit up?
What are you talking about?
No, not you, this guy. Listen, I'm at Sam's. Get down here in 5 minutes. Hurry. Sit up. Grazie tantissimo. I'd like a bucket of coffee. Big. Come on, Jerry. Let's go. Up and at 'em. Rise and shine. That's it. Here we go. That's it. Great. Just keep walking around. He's gonna be okay, girls. There you go.
Rosa, this is Mario speaking here. There's someone over in the place. Looking that I was. Fresh coffee, sir.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Grazie. Okay, let's go.
You know, that's what I dislike about you, Daniel. 4:15 in the morning, and you invite me to a stag dinner and dance. Please, play it again, Sam.
No, man. Why does everybody want to be Humphrey Bogart?
Please introduce me to your date, Daniel.
Right.
It's Sanford. Jerry Sanford.
Yeah, that's
Jerry.
all right. He was going to be in the race Saturday. Not anymore. He could have that chair, please. He's getting heavy. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Whew.
Would you please explain, Daniel?
Well, I figured it'd be a good idea if I talked to all the drivers, right? And find out if they've been threatened.
Mm-hmm.
First couple of guys I speak to say nothing. Then I run across Jerry here, throwing his money away like there was nothing to it. He's got $3,000 in his pocket.
It's being got at. Payoff.
Well, that's what it looks like to me. Here.
Jerry. Now, Jerry. Jerry, do you hear me?
Come on, man. Wake up.
Make it look good. Look very, very good.
The race? Is that what you mean, the race?
20 laps, then a nice spectacular spin-off. Look very, very good. Shh. Big secret.
Jerry. Come on, Jerry. Jerry, who paid you?
Speak.
Come on.
He doesn't know. Get him out of here.
Come on outside, boy.
You sure know how to clear a room.
Yes.
Fantastic.
He also knows how to be bad-mannered and boorish. We were having a conversation with Mr. Sanford. He was about to tell us who paid him to throw the race.
Oh, I actually handed over the cash, acting on behalf of my principal, who, of course, must remain anonymous. Now let me ask something. What's your price for being a non-starter?
That's nice, isn't it, Daniel? They tried to run me down, send somebody to beat me up.
What are you talking about?
And now he offers me money to throw the race. Shall I tell him?
Tell him.
I will tell you. I will be racing on Saturday.
Well, I'm sorry you're taking that attitude. However, we will be able to convince you before Saturday. There's one other thing. You've been questioning the other drivers.
That's right.
Neither of you is to make any more inquiries.
Well, shall we get started?
Started.
Well, this is where you go to beat us up. It's traditional.
Well, I wouldn't dream of breaking with tradition.
Yeah. They're good, aren't they?
Oh, excellent. I wish they were on our side.
Come on, let me get you. finished? That's not fair.
Well, it's certainly not the act of a gentleman, Daniel.
There'll be another time. Depend on it. Now get out.
Come on, kid.
Come on, Daniel. Breakfast is served.
We expecting anybody?
No, just the two of us. This is a traditional English breakfast for the aristocracy.
Oh, for the aristocracy?
Yes, we have porridge. No, sorry, stewed fruits porridge. Deviled kidneys. Haddock. Rolled sausages. Bacon. And, of course, toast, marmalade, tea. Help yourself.
I'm not hungry.
Well, Daniel, you must eat something.
You sound like my mother. I don't want to eat anything. Leave me alone.
Food is good for you. Didn't I ever tell you about my great maternal grandfather?
Always.
The 7th Duke of Wendleshire.
Also the 6th.
Well, he would eat a breakfast like this, then go down to the stables and make life absolute hell for the stablemates, and then back for an early lunch. Half a dozen pheasant, a few roasted chicken, half a side of pork washed down with liberal doses of claret and port. And he didn't look a day over 60 when he died.
Fantastic. Well, how old was he? 102?
Oh, come down a little.
96 and a half.
No, 24.
24.
He was the youngest duke in the family vaults.
I'm going to go down and talk to some of these drivers. You want to come along?
No, I'm going to wait for the phone call.
You're going to sit here all day long waiting for him to call, and he's not going to call.
Well, I'll give him an hour or so.
Come on down with
No,
him.
come on, eat.
Oh, leave me alone. I'm going down. I'll see you later.
Good, we'll have an early lunch.
Lunch. You're like a regular English mother. See you later, your lordship.
Yes, Brett Sinclair.
Morning, old darling.
Oh, hold on 1 minute, will you? Daniel! Sorry about that. Did you get it?
Yes. I didn't get the name, but I got the address. Jot it down. It's 20 Park Way.
Got it. You can collect the rest of your fee whenever you want.
Well, thanks, old darling. I'll be round. He'll be here. You can count on it. He'll be here.
dead?
Stabbed, I would say. Did you know him?
No. No, I've never seen him before.
All right, let's try something else. Who are you and what are you doing here?
My name's Carrie Bowman. I've been assigned to keep a check on him.
Assigned by whom? Oh, I get it. You think I killed him. Well, I didn't.
Then who did?
I don't know. Someone who's been playing games with me.
Games?
Warnings that I didn't take seriously. Until now. There's a phone upstairs. We'll call the police. Now it's your turn to do a little explaining.
I followed you here.
Why?
Because my editor wants to know where you go and who you see.
You work for a newspaper?
Mm-hmm. About a month ago, we got a tip that somebody was paying out a lot of money to fix next Saturday's race.
Do you know who?
Not yet. But if we get the evidence we need, we're planning on doing a big expose.
And what have you dug up?
Only that you and Wilde have invested a small fortune on the Sinclair special.
That is no secret.
We know that last night Wilde was seen out with one of the drivers who was paid off. And he's been out with others this morning.
So? Police, please.
So, all this information points to one thing. That the man who's trying to fix the race must be Danny Wilde.
Jimmy, baby, you've been around these circuits for a long, long time. Did you ever hear of anybody trying to fix a race, huh?
Are you kidding?
Well, I wanted to know.
If I had, I'd report it to the authorities.
I know that.
I'll tell you, Danny, it doesn't happen. Not in motor racing.
Well, that's what they said about college basketball.
I don't believe it.
You don't? Well, I'm telling you the truth. Jerry...
Sanford?
Yeah, Sanford. He's been gotten to. He's going to quit after the 20th lap.
Who's paid him?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. If you hear anything or know anything, or anyone tells you anything, call me. Let me know, will you?
If I do, I'll scream police so loud they'll hear me in Scotland.
Good luck on Saturday, Big Jim.
Thanks.
See you later, kid.
Oh, Mr. Wilde.
Yeah, that's me, pal. That's me.
Did your heavies give you my message?
My heavies? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, they made me your offer.
Oh, my offer. What was my offer?
£1,000.
Oh, £1,000. No kidding.
Just for loosening a couple of suspension bolts on the car. It's a lot of money.
That certainly is a lot of money for loosening bolts, £1,000, yeah.
I told them, now I'll tell you. Anyone comes near me, that car or Johnny, there's going to be a lot of busted heads, Mr. Wilde.
I'll remember that advice. Goodbye, Curly.
Shouldn't you turn those over to the police?
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling they were left there for me to see.
Was it a race that you were in sometime?
Well, that's hard to say. At 120 miles an hour, one burning car looks much like another.
There's something that doesn't quite fit.
Oh.
I mean, fixing a race is one thing. You bribe or intimidate. There's nothing new in it.
Yes, but I've never come across it in motor racing. Well, that's one of them. Huh?
The Italian Grand Prix. The Jenkins special in flames after hitting an oil slick on the track.
Well, I was in that race. Jenkins, I was passing him when he came off the track. Believe it or not, he wasn't killed. He was badly burnt, spent a long time in hospital.
I'll have our research department dig up what they can on him.
What doesn't add up is, what does a car smash that happened 4 or 5 years ago have to do with fixing a race now?
I don't know. There must be a marvelous story in it. And I'm not going to let you out of my sight.
That'll be nice for you.
If you get killed, I want to be around when it happens.
Miss Bowman, you really know the right things to say to a man.
Okay, so somebody wants to fix a race. But why pick on me? See, I don't understand that. Why me?
Well, because they can't get at you any other way. Daniel, you're scowling.
What do you mean, get at me, and I'm not scowling?
We happen to be co-owners of the car,
Okay.
right? Right. Now, if the authorities get even a hint that you're mixed up in something crooked, we will be suspended.
Listen, Peter Pan, I'm clean.
Yes, Wendy, you know that, and I know it. But it'll take weeks to prove. Carrie, come in.
Hello. I dug up a few things about Jennings.
Oh, good. Oh, I don't think you two have been formally introduced. It's Daniel Wilde, Carrie Bowman.
I waited at my apartment and you never showed up.
I made rather a mess of that, didn't I?
Well, a little bit of a mess.
Well, you must forgive him. His early life was influenced rather heavily by Rudolph Valentino. Step into the office and let's see what you've dug up about Jennings.
Well, he's had nothing to do with racing since the crash. Spent most of his time in and out of hospitals. Apparently, he's a very sick man.
Well, where does he live?
His last known address is in the south of France, but he moved from there about 3 months ago. We haven't been able to locate where he is now.
Now, what are you wasting your time with stuff like that for? It's got nothing to do with what's happening now.
Well, it's a shot in the dark, Daniel. Haven't noticed you come up with any better ideas.
I'd like to get a hold of those guys that roughed us up last night. That's what I'd like to do.
Our people are trying to get a lead on them.
Well, one thing for sure, they can't bribe us.
Oh, they can't scare us either.
Yeah, and it's not 100% sure that they can get us suspended. So,
we'll just have to wait for them to make another move. Something to make certain that we don't start.
the car.
Come on, Gary.
Who told you? Who told you to do it? Who? Fine! You all right?
Why, where are you going?
I'm going to see a man about a fire.
Is he all right?
I think so. He's got a bad gash on the back of his head. Where's Danny gone?
Oh, he can't stand smoke.
I can't tell you. It's more than my life's worth.
Pays you.
No, do what you like. I'm not telling you anything.
Try not to look like a whipped dog. Get up. I'm Louise Cornell.
Hello, Louise. I'm Daniel Wilde. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Wouldn't you like to mix yourself a drink?
Thank you very much. You know, you're not exactly what I expected.
Oh, everyone always says that.
Oh, yes? Well, I'm sorry I couldn't be more original. Does he work for you?
Yes, unfortunately. Get out.
I couldn't help it. He made me bring him here.
You're a fool. Get out.
Want me to mix you something?
No, thanks. Do you like this dress?
It's a little young for you.
Sit down, Mr. Wilde.
Would you tell me why you're trying to fix this race?
Profit. It's an experiment. My associates felt that motor racing had never been truly exploited and could be very lucrative. We can influence almost any competitive games to our advantage. So why should motor racing be excluded?
Don't you find being a woman a disadvantage in this line of work?
On the contrary. If I was a man, you would have beaten me up by now.
Why are you telling people that I'm fixing this race?
Protective camouflage.
Oh.
At the very least, it could confuse inquiries. And at the best, it could get you banned from the race. But as your name has been used, why don't you make the most of it? And why not work with me instead of against me? Well, I see that we have nothing else to talk about. Pity.
Louise, my friend Brett Sinclair, would you lay off him?
I've given no orders for anything to happen to him. Oh. Not yet, anyway.
Well, that's nice of you. Why don't you pack?
Pack?
That guy that works for you. He told me everything. He wrote it down as well. Now, it's not enough to put you in jail, but it's certainly enough to get you kicked out of the country as an undesirable. Not me, but the government would do that. He's still there.
Who?
That guy pretending to sell newspapers.
That is old Arthur. He's been selling papers on that spot for 25 years.
Oh, yeah? Well, he looks dangerous to me. Dangerous.
Dangerous? He's over 85 years old.
Well, what about Babyface Nelson?
He was only 20.
You see what I'm...
Daniel, I wish you'd stop doing that. Given the postman a heart attack, the milkman will have nervous dyspepsia for the rest of his days. Why don't you just relax?
You know something? I really admire you, your lordship. I mean, you're so calm, so at ease. Somebody's trying to kill you and you're calm.
What do you expect me to do, have hysterics?
Well, I expect you to be a little nervous. Something.
Daniel, if somebody wants to kill me, I wait for them to make their next move. Then I start to worry.
Not me. Me, I like to be one jump ahead of the posse. Take this guy Jennings, right? Now, you may have forced him off some track once a long time ago, you know? And you don't even remember it. And he's got a kind of a crazy idea for revenge now, huh?
Yes. Well, Carrie is trying to locate him. If she does, then I certainly think we should speak with him.
Well, I'm not going to let you out of my sight. I'm going to be with you for 24 hours. If anybody wants to get to you, they're going to have to get to me first.
Hell of I.
I'm going to become a wall of iron for you. Impregnable. No one, not anyone. That guy's still out there.
Daniel, do you have a 50-penny piece?
Hey, how did you get in here?
Through the door, sir.
You did leave it open.
Well, that was all part of my plan. Don't you see what my plan was? Suppose you're the murderer, right? Well, I got you. I lured you in here and I got you. Now, get out of here. Kid.
find everything on the bed.
What is she going to find on the bed?
Well, my shirts and suits.
Oh.
It's my new valet, Magna.
Oh.
Presses shirts like a dream.
You would think she'd do mine if I was still wearing it?
Would you like to know who the telegram's from? It's from Carrie. She's located Jennings. This is a place called Edgerley in Kent, and she wants us to meet her there as soon as possible.
Okay, come on. How long do you think it's going to take us to get there?
Oh, a couple of hours. Unless, of course, I take notice of your navigation, in which case it'll be sometime next week.
Don't be a wise guy. Because when I find the guy that's trying to kill you, I'm going to team up with him.
I believe you.
Can I help you? I'd like to see Lord Sinclair. Is he here? Sorry, he and his friend left about an hour ago. Do you know where they went? They're in a hurry. It's a telegram. Perhaps it was that. I never sent this.
Did you ever see a movie called The Old Dark House?
No, what happened?
Everybody died.
I wish to hear about it.
Well, don't just stay there. Try the door.
Sincerely hope it's locked.
Try the door.
Yes, it's locked. Anybody home? Jenkins, now listen to me. Someone sent a telegram asking us to come here. Who sent it? He doesn't even hear you. Well, there must be some way of getting at him.
Let me check it outside.
Jenkins, who lives here with you? Who looks after you? Jenkins, can you hear me? Jenkins. We raced on the same circuits. I was there when you came off. Sinclair. Brett Sinclair.
Sinclair. He's behind me now.
You do remember?
Sinclair. On a special. You're behind me. Staying close. Staying up close.
Must keep him back. He can't pass me on this straight. One more left-hander. Yeah. Easy into it. Right. Now! Yeah. Pile it on into fifth. Yeah, give it everything. Huh? He's still behind me. I'm brave for this right-hander. Oh, there's oil on the track. I can't hold it. It's going. I can't hold it. Oh! Fire! It's burning. I can't move. I can't. I can't move. Danny? Yeah, what happened? Danny, come on, wake up. Danny.
Well, Sinclair. Jenkins?
That's right. But not the one you know. His brother. Over there. Quickly! Yeah, people could never tell us apart, you know. That is until half his face was burned away, but of course you know all about that, don't you?
Is that what all this has been about? An accident that happened 4 years ago?
It was no accident.
It was an accident. Brother's car hit an oil slick. He went out of control.
You forced him off that track. But make up any excuse you like. You see, I know what happened. You made it happen. I promised my brother that I would find you one day, that I would make you suffer as he suffers. Yeah, I've already killed one man because he was going to spoil it all. Oh, the fact that the race was fixed is that was pure chance. Yeah, it worked for me though. You know, I confused things beautifully.
And now you're going to kill me.
Oh no! Oh no! You mustn't die. No, you've got to live, as he has to live. No, you mustn't die. You've got to know what it felt like for him. Acid burn! I can help you, there's no way out. Daniel! Oh.
Need a hand?
Not really. Could do with a clothes brush, eh? Let me give you a hand.
Oh,
good.
A little nest of sparrows.
Come on. Ready?
up. Flat champagne. I love it. Love it.
Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I'm Joe.
You're Joe.
Lord Sinclair hired me as a mechanic.
Do you know anything about cars?
No?
Nothing, huh? Take my arm.